Hi, and welcome to the Haverhill Journal, where we give you a quick look at what's going on in our city. I'm Lindsay Paris, and this week we're taking a behind-the-scenes look at the brand new Hunking building and exploring the new Conceptual art exhibit that's got people talking over at Northern Essex. But first, it may be cold outside, but inside the Methuen Sons of Italy Lodge, they're internationally ranked bocce courts, the only ones of their kind on the entire East Coast, are crazy busy with folks having fun and keeping active. HC Media pulled together a crew for the recent Community Action Bocce Tournament and fundraiser to see what the buzz is all about.
You have 1, 2, 3. Next closest ball is the green.
This is awesome. This is my first time playing in the CRC Charity Bocce Tournament. I love bocce, and the second I saw the flyer, I said, I am in, I'm sold, I would totally come down and play bocce.
Are you having a good time?
Yes, I am. I had a good time.
Yeah. Have you played bocce before?
Yes, my third time. It's to have fun, play hard.
This is the third year that we've done it with you guys, and it's really awesome. I know they raise a lot of money. They do raffle prizes. They charge for a ticket for the meal, and they keep a little bit extra for the charity. So that's awesome. And we'll do a demonstration for everybody beforehand. Then we'll get them going. They play 15-minute games, and they're going to raise a lot of money.
Career Resources is a nonprofit organization that serves people with disabilities. We support people getting jobs in the community, living in the community, essentially helping them follow their goals and dreams.
Bocce is a bowling game that is ancient. It's 5,000 years old at least. The Egyptians played it, the Greeks played it, the Romans played it, and then the English played it, the French played it. And now today, it's known as an Italian game. There's a small ball that is a target ball called a pallino that gets thrown out into the middle of the court, and then you have the bocce that are rolled, and you try and get closest to the target ball. And after throwing 8 balls total, 4 on each side, you count out how many are closest to the target ball, and that's the number of points for that frame. Bocce is not a hard game to play. Most people consider it you can play when you're 8 years old to 80 years old, but we have people that are 90 years old here that are in leagues, and we have little children that come in and play as well with their parents.
It seemed pretty simple, if you will, less complicated than a golf tournament to run, and you could do it indoors during the winter, and people who had no experience whatsoever could also participate. And we raise a few dollars and bring more awareness to what Career Resources does.
So the object of the game is, this is a pallino. It's a very small ball, and this pallino gets rolled out after half court.
Okay.
And then I'll be the green, and you guys will be the red. We won the toss, so I'll roll first, and then the red team rolls. Lindsay's gonna roll now.
Okay.
Now your object is to get closer than my terrible green shot there.
Now what's the best way? And I was talking to Ron about this underhand.
You're gonna wanna get down low and then roll like this.
Uh-oh. Doesn't look good.
What we're gonna try is a rafa shot now, and a rafa shot is a more advanced shot than just rolling the ball. It's to displace a ball that's further down the court by throwing it with a little bit of speed behind it. And we're gonna attempt to knock out, even though I have a green ball, I'm gonna attempt to knock out the green ball that's closest.
Okay, I can't wait to see this. Wow.
Screw stays there and gets the point.
Crazy. Wow. So you win.
We all
You're a lot
win.
closer than
Everybody's
that's
gonna win
true.
tonight
Everybody
because
wins.
it's a charity event. We have 250 members that play bocce on a regular basis. We have leagues on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Sundays. And we have an open bocce for training people and teaching people on Saturdays. And our restaurant is open, so people come in and and have lunch and play bocce, and we'll teach them how to play and get them into a league.
I'm having an excellent time. It's a lot of fun.
How are you doing? Are you playing really well?
I'm doing okay. It's a good thing. Get you out of the house for a little bit.
Yeah.
This is a great event. We always have a great time. This is our third year here for Career Resources. They're a wonderful group. It's a wonderful cause, and we're doing very well tonight. So we hope we come away as champions.
Companies and charities, they'll come in and do functions with us. And so us who play bocce on a regular basis, we're able to help out. We have these awesome courts. People tell us from around the country that these are the best in the country, and we feel really special because of that.
You can visit the Sons of Italy Lodge on Merrimack Street to try out bocce and even join a league. Visit their website at MethuenSonsofItaly.com or call 978-688-2258. There's less than 1 year to go until the new Hunking School opens its doors to 1,000 Haverhill K-8 students. With the exterior largely complete, the construction crew has moved inside to complete the job. If you've been curious to see what's happening in there, watch as we peek behind the walls.
This is the main entrance. Yeah. Hello, we are currently standing on the first floor in the center of the new building. We were probably around 40 to 50% complete. We'll be finishing up, turning over the building in December. Right now, our building is tight, our roof is tight, the exterior is weather tight, and we're doing drywall, closing walls in the middle school wing on the second and third floor.
We'll go up to the second floor, but you can start to see, as you look around, you can start to see that the plumbing, the HVAC, the electrical, the technology infrastructure is all being installed at these points, and you can see the classrooms starting to form, so you can get an idea in your mind of exactly how the school is going to be laid out and where things are going to happen. This is a typical classroom that's coming together, about 950 or so square feet, while the teachers are teaching in the main classroom. If students can be working outside of the typical kind of classroom setting, and that we have these project areas where students can go in to maybe do some independent project work, maybe do some small group work, so the learning doesn't just happen in the classrooms. You'll see that all throughout. So the space that you're seeing here is another one of those spaces we were talking about, where it's just a nice big open space, but designed purposely so that students can congregate out here. We're going to have furniture so students can sit and collaborate, work together. You know, it just helps build a sense of community, and it helps take a rather large school and helps kind of make a bunch of smaller schools inside. So we're up here on the third floor, and the third floor we've dedicated for the 8th graders. You know, as the 8th graders, they're kind of at the top dogs of the school. They've been in the school now for a number of years, and it's kind of nice to kind of give them their own space. But there is one special aspect of the 8th grade floor that I'll show you that the other floors and the other schools don't have. This actually is a green roof, and so this is like a living laboratory, and students will actually be able to come out here. And so there's going to be a variety of different science experiments, anything from weather stations to seismographs to different plantings where the students will be able to track what grows and how well it grows.
The roof on top of the clock tower is what we use for the topping off ceremony.
It's affectionately known as what, John?
It's known as the Pyramid of Progress.
Pyramid of Progress.
Normally, topping off ceremony, they just pick up a single beam, but we put the whole roof together, and that allowed us to have all 400 students of the school to sign it. And we hoisted it up with all the students standing along the driveway to witness the whole thing.
We're here in the gymnasium, which is just an absolutely fantastic space. Behind us there's a stage. Actually, this will probably be, for the city of Haverhill, probably the largest area that's able to seat and hold the number of people that needs to, short of probably the stadium, right, John? I mean, this space alone, I think will have seating between the bleachers and then on the floor. Probably will be able to seat close to 1,500 people, which is more than any other school and any other building really in the city. So as you saw from the tour, the construction continues to go along really, really well. Right now I think we're still on track to open for January 2017, December 2016. We're also still right on budget, which is a fabulous thing. And I have to say, I got to give credit to the team. There's a tremendous oversight on this project. This really was the dream work and the architecture of Superintendent Scully, who worked so hard with a variety of community members to pull this together. We invite you always to come back and do another tour with us another time when we'll be a little bit closer to finishing it up.
That school is looking amazing. As work progresses, you can view more video and news updates at the Haverhill Public Schools website, haverhill-ps.org. Last week, the NECC ArtSpace Gallery, supported by the NECC Foundation, sponsored the opening of an exhibit created by conceptual artist Erin Cooney of California, who traveled across the country to share her unique project with the NECC community, designed to give a fresh perspective on an age-old theme, the immutable passage of time.
My name's Erin Cooney, and I'm an artist working out of Los Angeles. I make conceptual work. I'm interested in ideas of consciousness, philosophy of mind, how to describe and explain our experiences of reality. And this work is about mortality chiefly, and so the idea of that experience of reality one day ending. The show is called I Am Yorick. And Yorick is a character in Hamlet. So there's a scene in Hamlet where Hamlet comes across a graveyard, and there's a grave digger digging out a fresh grave and is throwing the bones out, and Hamlet comes and he sees a skull on the ground, and he says, "Whose skull was this?" And the grave digger says, "This was Yorick's skull." And Hamlet is blown away because he knew Yorick very well, intimately. A theme that is in many artists' works is the idea of the impossibility of imagining death, really imagining it. And so I wanted to work that thought through, and so I wanted to get some help with that. So I got a CT scan of my head and converted the digital data in the scan into the kind that 3D printers use, and had my skull 3D printed. So it's a perfect replica of my skull. So the skull became a tool, a lever to sort of exit self, to see self. And it made me think of work I wanted to make about that.
She did her project called Simultania, where she requested people from all around the world to record 1 minute of time. And it had to have a timestamp that showed that you actually did it at that time. You had to film a timestamp and then film whatever it was for a minute. So I participated in that. That's how I found out about her initially.
Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream.
I sang Row Your Boat into a camera every day. I've been doing that since 2010. What I do is I take a tiny segment of each day's video, and I string them together like in a necklace, right? That creates a new meta video, that creates the song anew. But very quickly, you see each day as it passes, but my face always in the center. So you see me aging and changing and moving through time and space very quickly as you change and you lose moments in time. It's a way to try to retain yourself through time, even though that's impossible. It's an impossible thing. But out of that work came all of these.
I really like how, when you look at the skull over there, you can see her face, but then what underlies it. And I think it really kind of plays into her, what she was saying before, you are a universe, you are your own reality. So I think it's real cool to kind of recognize body and mind.
The NECC Foundation, which has given me a grant each year for the last 3 years, allows me to bring in someone like Erin. So usually I bring in, at least once a year, I bring in an artist from someplace else around the country who's doing really interesting cutting-edge work that our students would never be exposed to. The rest of the time, the ArtSpace functions as a gallery, and I bring artists that are relatively local. To me, the part of the excitement of this is that I get a chance to expose our students to something that they would never see before. They've never seen before and probably wouldn't necessarily see, unless they went to New York or went to the ICA in Boston or something like that. So it's really wonderful.
I Am Yorick is on display now through February 26th at the ArtSpace, located at the Bentley Library at NECC's Haverhill campus. The gallery is open Monday through Thursday from 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Friday from 8 to 4:30 p.m. The most romantic day of the year is only a few days away, and what better way to spend Valentine's weekend with your special someone than a run through the streets of Bradford at the 25th annual Bradford Valentine's Road Race. Kicking off at 10 a.m. are 2 races, a 6K and a 5-miler, and there are plenty of special goodies, like chocolates, awaiting every finisher. The race is hosted by and begins at the First Church of Christ in Bradford Common. To register online or get more info, visit valentinerace.com. If you have a story or event you'd like to see featured on the Haverhill Journal, call us at 978-372-8070 or email info@haverhillcommunitytv.org. And don't forget to like us on Facebook or at our YouTube channel, HCTV Haverhill. And that's what's happening in Haverhill the week of February 4th. Happy Valentine's Day. I'm Lindsay Paris, and we'll see you next time.